Hi there, and welcome to the quickfire review. Today we're going to talk about the 956 from Tamiya. There are a few versions released by Tamiya. This first one was launched in 1984, and in the same year they also released the Newman version. In 2001 they released the Canon version, and in 2009 they released the last version, which was the blue Kenwood livery. Throughout the years they re-released these kits a couple of times, basically reboxings and refreshing the decals a bit, but they're mostly identical in terms of parts and setup, build, and so on. The only difference is the decal. So this kit sells for anything from 40 to 80 euros. There is some availability for it. It is discontinued, but you can still find it in web shops and eBay and Vinted and so on. There is some demand. It is somewhat in demand, being a popular car, but being produced for so many years. This kit basically was bought by everybody and their grandma. There are other options from other brands. Modelers or Ben Hobby, I think, also makes one, 956, but they're basically the same kit. They basically bought the rights from Tamiya to produce these kits, and yeah, they're exactly the same. There is one version from Revell, but that is not really a 956. It's based on the Hasegawa 962. There's also a Protar version of the 956, although if you look at online comparisons between this and that, yeah, the proportions are not very good. I cannot recommend that. They also have a metal version. The body is made of metal, like a die-cast, but again, it's hard to recommend. There are other resin-made kits from I think Model Factory Hero or Studio 27, but those are made in limited numbers and hard to find, and being resin, they're quite expensive if you can find them. So let's go over the contents. I'm not going to go over all of them. They're basically the same. Let's open up one to show you what you can expect from it. The instructions are pretty standard Tamiya stuff. It's not a complex kit. It has a few sprues, some parts. It has an engine, but it's not very detailed. Some suspension parts, but same thing. Not too complex. It's more on the simpler side. Have nice instructions here for the painting and decals. I actually built one of these, and that was my first car, and it came out quite bad, so I'm not going to show it. But yeah, it's not a complex kit to build. That's what I wanted to say. The decal is quite yellow. And this kit has been started. The parts are already, some parts are already cut from the sprue. The fitment is pretty good with these kits. I'm speaking from experience and also from what I read online. These parts are really easy to paint, just the edge of it. You can do it with a paintbrush or a marker, or use masking tape and yeah, use an airbrush. So the quality is really good. You could yeah, maybe enhance the panel lines a bit, but you don't really need to. It's a simple kit, not a lot of parts. You just paint it or just place the decals if you want to make it white. There are some mold lines here and there, but it's not bad. It's quite easy to get rid of and start painting. There are some complaints regarding some parts not being exact to the 956, to the real car, but being that there are so many versions of the 956, so many team cars, team builds, it's no surprise that you have cars that are so different from each other, and yeah, you'll basically have to make some changes to it if you want to do a specific variant of the 956. There are a lot of aftermarket parts for these kits. You can find grayed up parts, photo etched parts, and a lot of decals, like any livery that you can think of. It's basically has been done in one form or another. So in conclusion, overall, these are pretty good, not too complex, not too simplistic either. There is a bit of challenge there, but it's not that difficult. The online sentiment is that it's a good kit. The fitment is very good, the proportions are good, it's a good replica. It's not as good as modern Tamiya kits or Aoshima or other modern kits, but for a kit from 1984, it still holds up, and it's appreciated by the community. So my recommendation is, yeah, try to get one of these kits. Even if you're a beginner, you're not gonna regret it. It's pretty straightforward to build. There are a lot of parts, aftermarket parts, as I said, for it. There are loads of versions. You can still find them. They're not very expensive. Find a newer kit with the cartograph decals if you can, and yeah, it should be good. Okay, that's it. Thanks.